Miyamoto. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's fucking like head deep in the annals of this.
yeah, all up in the anals. But probably the biggest bit of news this week to hit came Thursday, the day after we did the show on Wednesday, and that would of course be Super Mario Brothers, or the Super Mario Brothers movie. Super Mario Brothers the movie is the one from 1993, which has a soft spot in my heart for it. I have 2 reviews of that movie on my channel, by the way. I am one of the few people. Also, I didn't know this was going to be a claim to fame. I am one of the few people that has actually seen the extended edition that you cannot find anywhere now. But anywho, review of that up as well. The new animated Super Mario Brothers movie that is being made by Illumination and stars Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Anna Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, and some other people. We got our first. They actually said it's technically a teaser, which I get that. It's a long teaser. It's like 2.5 minutes
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
But
Yep.
it doesn't really show. I think it did a really good job of giving us a idea of the tone and the feel of the movie and the look of the movie, definitely. But the thing people wanted to see was Mario himself, and we got to look at that. We heard Chris Pratt just a little bit, and I want to talk about that because there's some controversy there. Apparently, the big question, because they released the trailer the day before, is that people were complaining that Mario has no ass for some reason, but apparently
Those son
Mario
of bitches.
still has no ass, from what they're saying. I didn't know that this was such a hot topic, but I also
Man.
didn't know. I'll have to go back and like on my N64 and check out Mario 64 and see if he had a Badunka Duncan net. I don't recall it, but maybe. I know what I thought about it. What did you think about this trailer, Nick? I mean, are you looking forward to this? Do you think it looked good? Do you think it looked like trash? What are your thoughts?
Here's where I stand on it.
I'm sorry. I'm also not going to show the trailer here because Nintendo is notorious for taking motherfuckers down who show their shit. So, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to. I don't mind a copyright claim because I can dispute that, but they're fucking crazy. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Here's where I stand. I am excited for it. I am intrigued. I not anticipating like going to be going out of my way to like, waiting a full year, 4 or 8 months or whatever it's going to be before this releases, because I know how these things roll when it comes to video game movies. You know how they roll. Everybody knows how they roll. It is Illumination, so I worry that the Koopas are going to turn out like the Minions, and they're going to be like the ones that get overexposed over the fact of Mario and Bowser and Peach or Daisy or whoever's playing Anya Taylor-Joy's playing in this movie. But it feels like Mario. I love Jack Black's voice as Koopa. I love. I was telling a friend, you might laugh at this, but if you ever played Mario 64, there's a segment where you can throw one of the penguins off the cliff.
Yeah, the first level.
And I was like, I think those were penguins or penguins or whatever they're called. And I just wanted the movie. I just wanted the movie Mario just to, like, drop one of them off the cliff or something like that. But yeah, it's a teaser. Like, we get mostly Koopa, and then it shoots to Mario, which I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really digging Chris Pratt's voice in it. It feels like a stereotype plumber. A stereotype Italian voice, and it doesn't make any sense. And the fact, I know people were complaining.
Let me interject real quick there.
Yeah.
The guy, the actual Mario voice since Mario 64, the guy who does that voice. I mean, his voice is, he goes, "It's a me, a Mario." I mean, that's kind of that's kind of a stereotype there.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm gonna throw that out. That's just
I know, but I just don't want Chris Pratt doing Mario. That's all. Like, I can handle like Charlie Day doing Luigi, even though he is a little grating sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like this movie is gonna be good, but it's Illumination, and with Minions and the last Grinch movie, and of course Despicable Me, there's a drop in quality from Illumination that I don't like. And I think the movie will be fun and entertaining, and will definitely be reminiscent of Mario, but you're going to see a different quality when the Koopas become the next Minion characters, and it's just going to be really annoying. And as of right now, maybe honorable mention for anticipated films of the year, but I don't know. Illumination is really strange to me when it comes to animation.
Sure. I mean, those are all valid comments. Me myself, I look at I a little bit different take.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't know what I didn't really expect anything from it. I knew it was going to be animated. That was it. I had forgot Illumination was doing it, but then when I saw they were doing it, I was like, okay, they do have a distinct style to their comedy and their art and all that. I thought it looked good. Like the look of it,
it looks great.
Looks
Like
real
the stuff with
good.
Koopa is fantastic.
Yeah, Koopa, Bowser, whatever we call. I still call him King
Bowser.
Koopa. Well, no, that's saying I always
Bowser.
King Koopa is all. I still refer to him as that, but he over time became Bowser. I guess he is king of the Koopa.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess both names. I looked it up one time. Both names are accurate, but just Bowser.
Yeah, it's like Peach and Daisy. I think it's the same
Yeah.
character or some shit.
What most people call him Bowser now, but I like
Yeah.
King Koopa better. I grew up with that. But anyway, I thought he was great. I agree with you. Jack Black's voice from what we got, I thought was really good. It wasn't Jack Black. I heard Jack Black in there,
Yeah.
but I didn't hear it and say that's Jack Black. So I really like that. He's actually doing a voice. The comedy that we get in the beginning with like the penguins, you know, they have the big thing and they're like throwing the stuff and then he's just sitting there and it's like hitting him. That's Minion or Despicable Me and Minions comedy.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Illumination, before I go any further, I have they're hit or miss with me. The Despicable Me movies I like. I've actually seen them quite a bit recently because my youngest daughter has taken a sudden liking to them, and I've watched Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3 more times than any person should within a condensed amount of time. I actually like those movies. They're funny. They're cute. I mean, they're kids movies or family movies.
Yeah.
I think
first one's great.
and that's the difference. I think Despicable Me movies, which are Illumination, that's what put them on the map, if I remember correctly. Those are family films. So the family can go see them. Kids are probably going to enjoy them a little bit more, but the adults can be like, oh, yeah, this is fine. Oh, there's some funny parts, and I'm not wanting to gouge my fucking eyes out. The Minions movies, though, I haven't seen the last one, but
yeah,
Minions,
you're lucky.
I have seen that one, at least enough of it. That is a kid's movie. At best, it's not a family movie because no adult wants to watch that shit. I fucking hated that movie. The Minions were great characters in Despicable Me. They were funny, they were cute, you got just enough of them, but they didn't take over the whole show. When they became the main focus, is just like, oh my, this is... I just wanted to rip my fucking ears out. I didn't want to hear anything about bananas ever again. But so if you ask me, I am hoping they go more the Despicable Me route of their comedy and their tone than the Minions route. We'll see. I did like, I mean, you can't tell from this trailer or from this teaser. I liked what I saw, though. I was actually like, okay, I'm actually really liking this. Is it going to be my most anticipated film of the year or one, even in the top 10? I mean, I don't know. Probably not, but I'm excited to see it. I was more excited to see Sonic, but I am excited to see this. I've always been more of a Sonic fan, though, but whatever. When we finally see Mario, I thought he looked good. I thought Toad looked good. Luigi, we see him for a minute. They all look like their characters. We didn't get an original Sonic situation where they put Mario out there and it was like Chris Pratt's face with like some teeth and all. It was nothing like that. Everything looked great. Everybody sounded great. Now, when it comes to Chris Pratt, because that's been a point of contention since he was announced to be Mario. I didn't have a problem with it. Two things. We didn't hear much. I mean, people some people were like, oh, it's fine. Some people were like, I don't know. Some people were, but your naysayers were saying, oh, he sounds terrible. He's just Chris Pratt doing Chris Pratt. And I was like, I don't think that's just him doing his voice. You hear him. I probably hear Chris Pratt more than I did, like, say, Jack Black as Koopa. But he's doing something. A little bit higher pitch. But you don't hear much from him. You hear him kind of go, oh, well, what's going on? Where am I? And then you hear him go, Mushroom Kingdom, here we go, or something like that. And he bounces off. There's no like, it's the me, Mario, or none of that. He doesn't do any of that stuff. So I really can't make a distinct, or I can't make a judgment on whether his voice is going to work for it or not at this point.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that he said enough for people to say, it's Chris Pratt doing Chris Pratt. Or that he's doing something with his voice. I don't know. So at this point, I don't know. I don't hate Chris Pratt as much as you do.
I mean, I don't hate Chris Pratt, but he's like, you know, even though I enjoy like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, you gotta admit the oversaturation is a little much with Chris Pratt right now. He's in fucking everything, like every animated movie.
He was for a while there for sure.
Yeah.
I guess he's still in a lot of stuff, but I mean, yeah, I don't. Now, admittedly, Chris Pratt usually is playing Chris Pratt. He doesn't. He is one of those actors who he's. I don't think he's been given whether he could or not. I don't know. He hasn't been given an opportunity thus far to play that like dramatic role to like show some range. He is hired to do those same type of characters and everything. Maybe that's all he's got in him. I don't know. As far as this like voice work, I don't know.
Yeah, when you get tired of doing dramatic, you get shit like Terminal List in that fucking time travel movie.
The the one that was on
Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, Amazon that we're getting a sequel to, which I don't know how that works, but whatever. But yeah, overall, I mean, as a fan of Mario, I mean, I played Mario since the NES way back in the day. I haven't played any of the more recent ones. I got some of the systems to do it now, but I was cool with it. There was nothing in this that just made me go, oh no, that's concerning. I was like, okay, that's a great start.
Right, it doesn't have that Sonic problem. It feels like Mario, and that's all that matters. Yeah. Mario. I'm interested to see if they're gonna do like what they did with the Mario Brothers movie, where it's gonna be a guy out of place and time or whatever. They're gonna bring him in from like New York or something like that. There was a funny joke about how it's gonna be like, you remember Super Mario Brothers 2, where it was like a fever dream. It was gonna be Will Ferrell's fever dream. Kind of like
well, yeah, that's the thing. He was like actually dreaming it all or something like that. And I think that was Super Mario Brothers 2, but I don't know. I want to see. We're gonna get another trailer before the movie comes out in April, I believe, and we'll probably get a better idea of things. I don't need another trailer, honestly. That was enough. The only thing in this whole thing that I would like to, that'd be curious to hear a little bit more is, like we said, the Chris Pratt voice. Mm-hmm. But he's been a point of contention since they announced it. So I'm kind of like, I wonder if they did that purposely. If they gave just enough of him, but they didn't do much more because they just didn't want people to fixate on that. I have no idea. But this movie's going to be number one that week. The movie's going to make money. I mean, anybody who thinks, oh, it's going to bomb. No, it's not. This movie's going to make shit.
No, the movie's going to make, $200 million. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, regardless if it's good or not, it's going to make a lot of money. I do hope it's at least, worst case scenario, I hope it's Despicable Me level, just kind of enjoyable. I'd be cool with that. Because I do fully acknowledge that this is, even though it's a family film. This is not going to be, well, I guess parts of it are probably made for people that are my age that grew up with that property. It's mainly focused on kids.
Mm-hmm.
That is what it is. If anybody goes in there expecting anything more than that, then that's on you. But I think it was pretty good. I think I don't think our thoughts on it are too far off from each other. I think
no.
I'm curious to see more of it, and I'll definitely be going to see it. So hopefully it continues. Video game movies have been doing a lot better here as of late. So I hope that it continues that trend of better, more thoughtful. Not that it's gonna be thought provoking, but just movies that they've put more thought into and do them justice. I know Nintendo is deep, like very ingrained in this thing. They are involved.
Oh yeah. Like was it Miyamoto? Yeah, he's fucking like head deep in the anals of this.
Yeah, all up in the anals. But they're very, very hard. They do not want another '93 Mario incident. Even though I like that movie, come at me. I enjoy that movie for what it is, but still, they don't want that situation again. But it doesn't seem like they're good. I think this is going to be a safe movie. The movie's not going to do anything too out there. It's not going to push any boundaries. It's going to be a safe animated Mario movie, and I think that's what a lot of people probably just want. They just want Mario, exciting Mario movie, and it looks like that's what they're going to get. But let us know in the comments below what you thought of the Super Mario Brothers movie trailer or teaser that we got recently, and if you're looking forward to seeing this movie or if you think it's going to be another disaster.